Imagine this, you're hanging out, laughing together, and you feel a vibe. Could there be something more? She could be sending you signals, and it is crucial not to ignore them. In today's video, we dive into how to recognize these important signs that she's possibly more interested than just friends. I will help you understand the subtle dynamics at play and guide you on how to best respond. Before we start, if you're new here, hit that red button to subscribe to the channel and comment, "I subscribed," so I can thank you. Now let's dive in. Subtly reflect your emotions. Have you ever felt like you're looking in an emotional mirror when you're around her? That's not just a coincidence, friend, it's a subtle but powerful sign that she's tuned into your frequency. When a woman is interested in you, she subconsciously begins to match your energy. If you are excited about your favorite team's victory, she will become the biggest sports fan. If you're feeling a little down, he'll soften his tone and offer you a sympathetic ear. This mirroring isn't just flattery, it's their way of creating an emotional connection. By matching your mood, he's saying, "Hey, I get you, we're on the same page." It is a nonverbal way of showing compatibility. But here's the kicker, this reflection is usually subtle. She's not trying to be a copycat, she's genuinely resonating with your emotions. So the next time you notice their energy adjusting to match yours, take note, it could be their way of saying, "I'm with you in more ways than one." Invite you to social events. Then she suddenly invites you to join her and her friends for a trivia night or the opening of a new art exhibition. Coincidence? I don't think so, friend. This is a classic move in the "I like you" playbook. When a woman invites you to social events, she is doing more than just being friendly, he's giving you a VIP pass to his world. It's their way of saying, "I want to be a part of your life, not just someone I see one-on-one." But here's the smart part, by doing it in a group, you keep things casual. There's no pressure of a formal date, but he can spend time with you and see how you fit into his social circle. It's like a test for a potential relationship. Plus, it gives their friends a chance to get to know you and hopefully give you a thumbs up. So if you suddenly find yourself on the guest list for their social events, take it as a good sign. He's not just inviting you to an event, he's inviting you into his life. Remember, accepting these invitations can be a great way to show your interest too. Just don't forget to be kind and authentic, you want her friends to like you as much as you like her. Arrange around you. Well, gentlemen, let's talk about the ancient art of dressing to impress. Have you noticed that he always seems to look particularly impressive when you're around? That's not just a happy coincidence, it's a deliberate signal he's sending you. When a woman likes a man, she often puts extra effort into her appearance when she knows she will see him. Maybe she's wearing that dress you once talked about, or maybe she's sporting a new hairstyle. It's his way of saying, "Hey, look at me, I'm worth it." But here's the thing, this endeavor isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good and safe in your presence. By grooming, he is not only trying to get your attention, but also to increase his own confidence. And let's face it, folks, noticing and appreciating this effort can earn you a lot of points. A simple and sincere compliment can go a long way. Just remember that the key word here is sincere, don't say something just because you think you should. So the next time you notice that she looks particularly radiant around you, take it as a compliment. He's putting in the effort because he values your opinion and wants to make a good impression. And who doesn't love a little extra sparkle in their day? Share personal stories. Imagine this, you're having a casual conversation and suddenly he's telling you about his childhood dream of becoming an astronaut or that embarrassing incident from his college days. Congratulations, friend, you have just received access to your inner world. When a woman starts sharing personal stories and thoughts with you, it's like she's giving you a VIP pass to her inner world. This isn't just small talk, it's their way of creating a deeper connection with you. By opening up, he is saying, "I trust you enough to let you see the real me." And here's the interesting part, these stories aren't just random, she's probably choosing anecdotes that she thinks will resonate with you or show a side of her that she wants you to see. Maybe you're highlighting your sense of humor, your ambitions, or your values. This sharing is also an invitation for you to do the same. You are creating opportunities to find common ground and shared experiences. It's like he's building a bridge between his two worlds, one personal story at a time. So the next time he starts sharing those little personal details, pay attention. It's not just a conversation, it's a connection, and in the language of love, that's a pretty big sign. Using nicknames or terms of endearment. Well, let's talk about those little verbal fragments of affection. You know, when he starts calling you honey, love, or even makes up a unique nickname just for you. These aren't just random words, they're linguistic love bombs he's throwing at you. When a woman starts using nicknames or terms of endearment, she is creating a special language just for the two of them. It's his way of saying, you're not just someone to me, you're special. And these words create a sense of intimacy and closeness even in casual conversations. But here's the thing, using these terms is often a gradual process. It may start with something generic like, friend, just to test the waters, and if you respond positively, it may escalate to more affectionate terms. And let's not forget the power of a unique nickname. If he invents a special nickname just for you based on an inside joke or a shared experience, that's like hitting the jackpot in the world of flirting cues. So the next time he drops a darling or handsome into the conversation, don't ignore him. It could be their way of verbally marking their territory and signaling that you are more than a friend in their eyes. Remember, reciprocity is key if you are interested. Suddenly interested in your interests. Have you ever noticed how she suddenly becomes fascinated by your stamp collection or starts asking detailed questions about your fantasy football league? No, he hasn't had a personality change. This new interest in your hobbies is a classic, I like you move. When a woman is interested in a man, she often tries to align herself with his interests. It's their way of saying, hey, we have things in common. Even if she's never shown an interest in climbing before, she might suddenly be eager to hear all about your latest expedition. But here's the smart part, this isn't just flattery. By showing interest in your passions, you are creating opportunities for shared experiences and conversations. It's like you're building a bridge between your worlds, one hobby at a time. Don't expect her to become an expert overnight, her questions may be basic at first, but pay attention to her genuine effort to understand and engage with your interests. It's not about the depth of your knowledge, but the sincerity of your curiosity. So the next time she starts asking about that obscure band you love or seems strangely intrigued by your vintage action figure collection, take note. It could be her way of saying, I'm interested in you and everything that makes you you. Create inside jokes. Let's talk about the secret language of laughter, gentlemen. You know those little jokes that only the two of you understand, the ones that make others scratch their heads while you crack up. That's not just random humor, it's a flirting superpower. When a woman likes a man, she often tries to create a special world just for the two of them. Inside jokes are like the secret handshake of this exclusive club. They are based on shared experiences or conversations, creating a bond that distinguishes them from others. These pranks don't have to be complex. Maybe it's a silly pronunciation of a word or a reference to that time you both got lost trying to find a restaurant. The key here is that these jokes create a sense of complicity and connection. Every time you laugh at one of these jokes, you are strengthening your bond. Plus, this type of shared humor can be a great way to gauge your interest. If you respond and engage in these banter, you are sending a clear signal that you value their company and the connection you have. So the next time you find that they have a little joke that always comes up, acknowledge it. It's his way of saying, we understand each other, and in the game of love, that's a pretty big sign that he wants more than just friendship. Touch yourself frequently. Okay, gentlemen, it's time to talk about the nonverbal language of flirting cues. Have you ever noticed how he seems to find any excuse to touch you? Maybe he playfully punches you on the arm when you make a joke or touches your shoulder while laughing. These little tactile cues aren't just coincidences, they are clear messages of interest. When a woman is interested in a man, she often uses physical contact to strengthen the emotional connection. We're not talking about big, obvious gestures, but subtle, frequent touches that say, I like being around you. This type of contact creates a feeling of intimacy and comfort. He's testing the waters to see how you respond. If you return the touch naturally, it is receiving the signal that you are comfortable and open to greater physical connection. But here's the trick, these touches are usually short and light at first. She's not trying to be obvious, she's looking for an authentic connection. So the next time you feel that touch on your arm or that casual brush of his hand against yours, pay attention. It's not just a random gesture, it's a sign that she is interested in you in a deeper way. Remember, understanding and responding to these signals can make a big difference in your love life. If you notice these signs in your interaction with her, take it as a positive indication and consider taking the next step. If you have made it this far, my love, please comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you have received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, like the video and share it later. Let's continue.